So let's take chlorine. I want you guys to take out your periodic tables. And we're going to build a model for chlorine. This is something that you will be expected to do. All right, so here we go. We're going to go look at chlorine. All right. Zoom that out just a little bit. Wow, that didn't help at all. There we go. All right, so we look at chlorine. What is my atomic number of chlorine? 17. What does that tell me about the number of protons I have? 17. How many electrons do I have? 17. What's my atomic mass? I can think you probably, 35, right? So if I have 17 protons, how many neutrons do I have? 18, right? And that, CJ, is the 35 minus 17. So very good, all right? That's basically what we talked about yesterday. What we're going to talk about today is drawing the diagrams for that and what that's going to look like. So basically we look at chlorine, and in which period do we find chlorine? Oh, no. Okay, not the section. Which period? Remember yesterday, what does period mean? 3. Okay, the rows, right? So it's in row 3, it's period 3. Each one of those rows or periods represents an electron shell. So how many shells does chlorine have? 3. 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw 3 concentric circles. 3. Alright, so there's my 3 shells, and I'm going to draw one smaller one in here. That's going to be my nucleus. Well, if you're shade that one in, not really. Alright, so there's my nucleus. Alright, so how many electrons can I put in the inner shell? 2. How many do I need total?
17.
I need 17. Alright, so we're going to keep track of this, so here we go. I've got 1, 2. How many's left to go? 15. Alright, how many goes on the next shell?
8.
8. You guys, again, watch how we put this on here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So where does that put us now? 7.
10.
We're at 10. So how many more we need to go?
7.
7. If we go to the third shell, how many should we have total?
7.
We're going to have a total of 7 on the third shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now you can see we're missing that 1 electron that's going to go there. Alright, we've now made our chlorine negative. It's short 1 electron. Okay, that's our chlorine atom. And that's basically all you have to do. Really? Okay. Let's do it for sodium. How is sodium basically the same thing?
This in the third.
All right, which period is sodium in?
3.
3. All right, so we're going to have basically the same setup. All right, I'm going to have my 4. So I draw my shells. Fill that in.
Make it purple.
Make it purple.
I get purple.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll do purple.
Make it right.
What color do we want our electrons to be?
Pink.
Sure.
Pink.
Yeah.
Wow, that was awfully
Yeah.
fast.
Let's do,
No, hot pink.
Hot pink.
Yeah.
no, yellow.
No,
Yeah.
don't listen to him.
All right, so sodium has how many electrons?
11.
11. All right, so how many go in the inner shell? 2.
2.
So 1, 2. Again, we know 2 go there because if you look at the first period, how many elements are there? 2. All right, we go to the next period. How many elements are in that row? 8. So we should have 8 going around ours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
No,
and
wow. Ouch.
8. Okay, next. Okay, now that gets me now a total of how many? 10. So now I've got one little extra one out here.
Why did you make it the biggest?
Oh, sorry. Doesn't really matter. You're right. So there we go. There's our last electron. Now, guys, that's going to be called our valence electron. So the guy right here. And so that is our sodium, and sodium has a charge of +1. So we just call it sodium plus. Now, here's what happens when we talk about bonding. Notice that chlorine has a spot to fill. And sodium wants to get rid of this extra.
Yeah, they bond.
So what sodium's going to do is take its electron, and now we have a bond. We have our sodium chloride. And there we go. And so that's how we now have a bond that takes place. And when we had this type of bond, this is a preview to Monday's lesson. This type of bond is called an ionic bond because sodium is literally giving away the electron to chlorine. And so it's going to be called an ionic bond. So that's basically what I want to make sure we showed you guys that today. We didn't quite get to that yesterday, so it'll probably be good to visit that again today. So.